Welcome to the Football League. It all kicks off today. We're where we want to be, but now we need to start building to get higher and higher. It all kicks off with Rochdale away. It's not been a great summer though. Yeah, alright guys, and welcome back to the Road to Glory save with Kidderminster Harriers. We've had a very busy summer transfer window, one where quite a few players are left for a decent amount of money, and we've lost a couple of key players, or that were going to be key players for this season. And we've brought in quite a few as well, so hopefully we should be affected too badly by that. One of the first ones that happened was Bo Anderson leaving on loan. We've got another left back in, so we didn't really need him anymore, so we're going to send him out to Dulwich Hamlet, hopefully get some game time and start building that ability up so he can then come in and be our main left back when eventually Caleb Richards' release clause is met. Carlton Langford is a youth player that we have sold for 1.3k. He was never really going to make it, so yeah, I just got rid of him, to be honest. In terms of ins, just before the transfer window happened, we got Harvey Nibbs on a free transfer, so he is now a Kidderminster Harriers player heading into the season. We got him from Cambridge. Not particularly prolific, but I'm hoping that changes for us. We'll see. Kane Felix wasn't particularly prolific before he joined us, so I'm hoping he'll be another him, so to speak. Josiah Linton was a free transfer we got from Tottenham. He is that new left back that's going to sit there while we wait for Bo Anderson to develop. He can play anywhere along the left hand side, which is why he's the one we've kept, and Bo Anderson has gone out on loan. So in terms of the season, in terms of outs, McLeod, another youngster who was just never going to make it. It's a grand or so into the kitty, and at the end of the day, you got to keep thinking about the money when you're a club at this level. Same with Nehemiah, youngster that wasn't going to make it. We may as well take the grand and run. Kyler Simmel's a youngster that we sent out on loan to Hemel Hempstead. Hopefully he could develop a little bit and he could actually become a nice little player for us potentially if he does reach that potential ability. Now the big levers. Brandon Cover. He's gone. 68k, his release clause was met. Yeah, the doorbell just went. Perfect timing. But yeah, Brandon Cover has gone to Bolton. Very disappointed, to be honest with you. He was a player that we were going to put so much in, and he was hopefully going to carry us to survival this season. But without him, we haven't really managed to replace him, and that is a worry for me. Bolton in League One, he'll go and apply his trade there. Now this one, we've still got him because we've got him back on loan. Will Russ, last season, you're thinking, who is he? He was out on loan at Welling last season where he scored 17 goals in 43 games. He came back here, I looked at him and I thought, that's a player that could potentially play for us and start playing and maybe score a few goals. Because he developed quite nicely. Well, Sunderland came in with an offer of 275,000 and then offered to loan him back to me. Well, I took that money and I ran because he was never going to be worth that much. So over £250,000 coming in for Will Russ, fantastic. In terms of ins, we've only actually spent £1,000. Jacob Adams is a keeper that we've brought in. He's got the potential to be decent. Whether he will ever achieve that, I don't know. It will be the case. We're looking to maybe get rid of Jamie Emery now, to be honest with you. Get him off the wage bill. Dylan Thompson is a defender. Just a backup defender that we've brought in, who's going to hopefully offer that little bit of security in terms of the centre-backs. He's a decent player and he's got a lot of potential, so if we do stay up, he's going to learn a lot over the course of this season and hopefully future seasons. Will Russ, as we already know, has come back on loan. Sunderland becoming a bit of a feeder club as we get another player on loan, Nathan Newell, who's another centre-back / left-back. He's a quality player. He's probably not going to be a starter, but he'll be decent backup for the first team. Armstrong Oko Flex is essentially the guy we've brought in to be that replacement for Brandon Cover on the left wing. He's not great, but hopefully he can develop into a bright player. And he is young, and he's got a lot of future ahead of him. His determination is great, so he will develop. and playing games is going to make that happen. Harrison Sona is a central midfielder that we've brought in on loan once again from Sunderland. He's another quality player who will add a little bit of bite to our midfield, hopefully. Romello Mitchell we spent 1k on this guy. He's a left winger, or well, right winger, but we're going to have him as a left winger, and he will be with Armstrong Oko Flex fighting for that left wing spot as they both try to replace Brandon Cover, which will be difficult. And Rowan McDonald is someone which will be signed recently. He's another midfielder, defensive midfielder more than, so we have that option to go to defensive midfielder if we really want to. He was on a free and he didn't want too much money. It just seemed good business sense of someone who could potentially be worth quite a bit of money in the future. So that is all the business we have done over the summer. As you can see, it's not the best, and whether we stay up or not is gonna possibly hinge on the fact that we haven't had the greatest summer. We're still missing that left winger that I think's of Brandon Cover quality, but we'll do what we can with what we've got. We're going to work hard. We're going to see what that starting lineup is for Rochdale in a minute. But when you look at the start to the season, I'm a little worried that we're going to struggle at the start of the season for sure. And then in terms of the season preview, we're stone dead last. Stone dead last. It's going to be a hard season. We're going to do what we can. Let's get to that Rochdale game. Right, so the team for this Rochdale game is Luke Simpson in goal. Sam Austin is at right back because Joe Folks, who we have managed to keep on loan again, is out with an injury. He's just coming back, in fact. Alowu and Thompson are going to start at centre back. Caleb Richards is left back. Dixon Bonnet and McEachran in the centre midfield. Harvey Nibb starts on the right wing. Oko Flex on the left wing. Scott Pollock in the number 10 role. And Reyes Cleary, who's also back on loan, starts up front. Ooh. We're going to see just how good we are now. So we're only expected to fight bravely against relegation. So we are expected to go down by our own board for all intents and purposes. I do feel like this might be a weird season. Well, it's a hard season. And if it is, we will kind of fly through it. Hopefully, it won't be too bad and we'll be able to survive in League 2. Early on though, we are looking at 0-0 as we get to the half hour with no highlights whatsoever, which, to be honest, on your first day up may not be the worst thing in the world. Our latest score needs to change. There we go. And half time has come without a single highlight. It is 0-0. We've had it one shot, they've had 3. To be honest, I'd take a 0-0. I would absolutely take a 0-0. Yeah, not much to say. Harvey Nibbs has taken a knock, so we're going to bring Romello Mitchell on for him, and he'll hopefully keep a decent amount of quality going on that pitch at the moment. Harrison Sona is someone we are looking at, but all in all, it's a game. It's a very tight game. Two teams just cancelling each other out. So we're going to make 2 more subs with 15 minutes to go. Still absolutely no highlights in this game. Will Ross is coming on to go up top for Reyes Cleary, and Elijah Dixon Bonner is making way for Harrison Sona in the middle of the park. Is it possible we're going to have a game without a highlight? Here we go, there's a highlight. And they've booed it forward, and Russ heads it down out to Pollock. It goes out to Mitchell. Austin, Sona, and we're going to look to see if we can create something here. Knock it around quite nicely. I am wary we're away from home, so they're probably going to pick up the... Oh no, it's for a red card. It's not even a highlight for a chance. Ollie Palmer heads off for Rochdale. In fact, what we're going to do then is we are going to encourage the boys. We're going to get them to have a few more pot shots. Get rid of the play out of defence. Let's just try and go from now that they're down to 10 men. There's a chance to win this. Pollock's ball in towards Thompson, who heads over. There's your first chance, your first highlight, and we're creating more, but yeah, ultimately I don't think we're going to create another highlight-worthy chance by the looks of things. Oh no, maybe we will. Austin for Pollock. Sona now. Hits it. Okwanku's there. Oko Flex, so that is worthy of a highlight in the last few minutes apparently. Well, that's an underwhelming game. I won't lie, that is a very underwhelming game. Having said that, underwhelming, yes, but it's a point, and right now every point, judging by what we've predicted, is so crucial to how we're going to do this season. So a point away from home against Rochdale, I'll take that. I will absolutely take that, because they may have finished with 10 men, but they were still with 11 men till the 77th minute. So we matched them all the way. We get a point in our opening game, fantastic. All in all, we're only playing the one game today, even though it was somewhat of a disappointing game. We will be coming back for, I'm looking at Harrogate, Exeter. So we get a few games into the season, and we get to play Harrogate, I think are going to be down there. Although Sutton are going to be down there. No, it's too far away. We'll do Harrogate and Exeter, see exactly where we are, how we're doing in the league, and then we can really push on from there and start flying through this season. If you're looking forward to our time in the Football League, and hopefully it'll be a long stay here, please drop the video a like, give us a subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.